Everybody open your heart, gather around, listen close to this podcast, cause now it's hard.
Guys, what's the point of ever knowing it all when every step I take is always too small? It's all just a waste of time in the end. I don't care, so why should I even pretend? Hello everyone, and welcome to the Now It's Art podcast. I am Billy, or Artistunknown, whatever you want to call me. You can even call me idiot, because that's what I am. And today I am joined by no one. It is just me. It's a solo podcast. This is kind of how I imagined the podcast would be most of the time, just me. But I don't know. I don't really seem to have a lot of ideas for solo topics, and I kind of like doing a podcast with other people because it's easier to bounce off people and whatever, but it's also a lot easier to get distracted and have a 2-hour podcast when, oops, it was only supposed to be half an hour. Well, okay, so as hinted at by that intro there, today's podcast is about motivation. Not so much how to stay motivated or how to be motivated, because I don't really have any advice on that other than like going and having a good time, making yourself happy, looking at the things that inspire you, that might help stay motivated. Motivation is a fickle thing, so it's not really guaranteed. Speaking of which, this is more so about how motivation doesn't matter for reasons. I remember seeing a post somewhere on the internet. I don't remember where. It might have been Tumblr. I don't know. But, it was basically talking about how motivation doesn't matter. You shouldn't rely on motivation because it is unreliable. It just comes in random bursts. You get motivated, you do stuff, and then you're just unmotivated again. Based on my experience and, from what others have said, the only real way to get anything done is to force yourself to do it. Since motivation is such an unreliable thing, the only thing you can really rely on is yourself. In order to force yourself to do things that you're unmotivated to do, it requires a lot of drive and a want to do those things. And it's hard to do that. But, just like with everything else, you just have to keep reminding yourself that's what you have to do. So everyone is affected by being unmotivated. Especially the creative people, but you gotta have the drive to get up in the morning and go to school or work. So that's still motivation. I am affected by being unmotivated, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't really be making this podcast. Motivation comes and goes. I'll feel motivated and I'll just do things immediately. And then there's just a crash and I don't want to do anything anymore. Don't want to do anything. Like, won't want to animate, won't want to, talk to people, won't want to play video games, anything. That's probably more so just depression. But, that's a whole different topic. Maybe it's not, though. I don't effing know. Due to a lack of motivation, I've started on and stopped working on so many things. It's like I started AU reviews like halfway through the year, just wanting to make a series and finish a series in a year, or at least finish a season of a series. And, after the first couple episodes, I just started struggling to keep up that drive to want to make it. And now things have just changed so much. Season 1 was cut down from 12 episodes to 8, and well, now I don't even know how many it's gonna be, because I don't even know if season 1 is gonna complete, because I just don't have the drive to do it. I had big plans for Halloween. Well, not really big plans, but I had plans for Halloween, and that's more than I've had for the past couple of years, because it's been like 3 years since I've done anything animation-wise for Halloween. I was going to do a Halloween review, and I was going to make a Halloween short, but I didn't finish either of them just because I wasn't motivated. Probably one way of making sure that you remain to have the drive to do things is to not overexert yourself and make sure the things you're doing are things you can actually keep up and have fun with. So, because of this, I have come up with some new doable plans for the rest of the year. Because my plans before were not very doable. So, first thing I'm going to be working on is I'm going to finish a video for the 200 subscriber special. Because, oh man, I got 200 subscribers not that long ago. Or a couple weeks ago, I think. I don't know. I'm up to 210 now. So, you know, wrote something up for that. Want to finally finish the next short anthology. I started working on that in August. So, that's on the back burner for quite a while. I have one more short to finish for it, but it's a little complicated. So then there's a Pokemon cartoon that I have been wanting to make for so long. Hopefully I can get that done in November. I want to make another parody after that as well. I'm not sure what parody it will be, but it might either be an Earthbound parody or a Zelda parody, because those are the ones that I have written in voice acting for. So maybe it'll be something entirely different. I don't even know. And then after that, my final cartoon for the year will be a secret music video that has been planning it for a while now. So that'll be interesting. I might also have to get some sort of real job at some point again, because I don't know, it seems like I'm being pushed towards that, which is fine. I really should be trying to, so, you know, we'll see what happens with A reviews. I want to at least have some sort of conclusion to the season, but I don't know how many episodes it will be, so we'll see. So this isn't something I normally do to stay motivated or to get motivated, but, you know, it's nice every now and then. Looking at overly positive YouTube comments, you know, motivate me sometimes. So let's go ahead and read some nice motivating comments that I've gotten on YouTube. Here's one from Jorler. It says, "Suicide is still an option." Oh, that's not motivating at all. Well, oh no. So up first here we have a comment from Suprex Dex from a week ago. This was on Brain Drama. Brain Drama is a cartoon that on YouTube didn't really seem to get a lot of attention, so it's cool to see that someone found it and liked it so much that they decided to subscribe. They said, "Awesome animation. I still can't believe you only have 200 subs. You deserve so much more. You under sub." And then we had a little conversation there. But, you know, it's stuff like that. People just randomly find my cartoons or some other video I made. They decided to subscribe and they leave a nice comment about it. You know, it feels nice to get comments like this. Here we have a comment from Harmonics from a month ago on this tutorial quote video I made with shading with the brush tool versus the pencil tool. It said, "Hey dude, even though your channel is quite small at the moment, your animation is pretty sweet, better than mine. Keep it up." So, you know, it's a nice comment. I'm not sure if they subscribed because they have their subscriptions hidden, but I hope they subscribed, because otherwise, what's the point of including this comment, you know? I also decided to check their channel out, and their stuff's pretty good, so yeah, I don't know. You know, there's other comments here. It seems like I have a couple of subscribers that are dedicated to the point where they'll go back and watch my older videos. Like Blue Gumballs did that. He even commented on the Whiskey the Cat Thanksgiving special. That's effing old and it's not really that good. But hey, you know, they went out of their way to go and watch it. Apparently they watched a bunch of my old stuff, so that's cool. You know, the subscribers like Blue Gumballs and Batoramu. I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I am so sorry. There's a couple others. I apologize for not naming everyone. Looks like Speed Home Attack here is commented on a few of my videos. Team JBTV. So, you know, it's nice to see some repeat faces constantly commenting. It's nice to connect with, subscribers, especially being a small channel. It's always cool to see that I have a couple of dedicated subscribers at least. Some of them I've even subscribed to myself because, their content has interested me enough. And I've been recently going back through all my subscribers and looking at their content to see if I like it or not, to see if I want to subscribe. So, Another thing I do from time to time to get motivated is to look at all the amazing reviews that Frogman and Pico got, because, that certainly got quite the reception. Still can't believe how well it was received. I mean, it's a good cartoon. I mean, it's obvious that it would be received well, but still, considering my luck previously, it's hard to believe that so many people would watch it and say it's their favorite Pico Day submission of all time. So, it's just like one example. So, final segment here. As always, we're going to be riffing on some terrible Newgrounds reviews because I'm a critique. I write reviews. I recently temporarily came out of retirement from reviewing on Newgrounds to review something, but I don't know. I might go back into retirement. I don't know, but I also hosted a review show criticizing TV. I can't really say that though, cause whoops, it was unlisted. Actually, I think it's private. I don't know. Either way, it didn't really turn out the way we wanted, but that's why I wanted to do a thing where we riff on Newgrounds reviews, just cause as a reviewer, I know what I'm talking about clearly. It was always fun to just look at really bad reviews and, hey, sometimes I might even find some abusive ones and get them removed. But yeah, so as this is a podcast on motivation, let's look at some really bad reviews on movies that inspire me. So, I mean, since these movies are so good, and I doubt they would have any bad reviews on them, but well, you never know. So up first here we have Water Lollies, one of the Brackenwood shorts by Adam Phillips, or Clyde, if you like using usernames. I wasn't expecting there to be some negative reviews on here, but from the looks of it, yeah. Well, a good way of finding crap reviews is going on a good submission and sorting by rating and going to the last page. The first review I see here, though, is interesting. It's a massive wall of text, 0-star reviews, and it's insanely well received. I need to read this, but I can't riff on this. Okay, so this is a review by Beta Orionis. Where to begin? Water Lollies is the visually appealing piece that I have seen on Newgrounds. Okay, first of all, there's clearly a word missing there. He probably meant most visually appealing. That's kind of nitpicking, I know, but still. Actually, I had to view it on YouTube because it's just ridiculously processor heavy. And congratulations on the Tank Award. Bitey is truly an iconic character here. There's really nothing I can say about this piece that hasn't already been said. Well, if there's nothing you can say that hasn't already been said, how do you effing write all of this? The quality of your animation now surpasses that not only of other Newgrounder, but any animator I have ever seen. After browsing through your favorites in YouTube, I have come to the conclusion that it is your love of seeing things in extremely slow motion, 1000 FPS, that spawns your ability to detail every movement so carefully and correctly. You are truly the finest and most meticulous animator I have ever seen. Okay, well, so far it's being very positive. Why is this a 0-star review? I have looked at your older projects and have seen the quality of animation improve steadily and continually. The detail with which you draw grass is a wonder to behold. Unfortunately, oh, here we go. Your storytelling has not been improving. Well, considering you were so positive before, why is it a 0-star review? Is it really just because of the story? Because if you're gonna say the story of water lollies is bad, no. It's not even stagnant, but falling. I hesitate to insult your abilities in any way, but I dare say that your plots have never been good. Your earliest works were based on stories passed to you from your father, and the YouTube channel is loaded with pieces that I would call bite-sized. Okay, I'm not gonna effing read all this on here, but we'll, let's see. Okay, so he says, your characters never undergo development, never have anything revealed about them, and never do anything. It's just everyday living sitcom. That is completely incorrect. Like, I'm pretty sure even in Water Lollies, like, Bitey has some character development. Or at least, you know, he gets punishment for his wrongdoing in it. Clearly, he just doesn't understand visual storytelling, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so basically what this review is saying is that nothing happens, there's no character development, like, there's no story. Again, that's not really true, it's just visual storytelling. Like, more and more is revealed about Bitey's past in different installments of the series. So he's talking about how the Brackenwood series has no plot that can't be resolved. And he's like, do you hate resolution or something? He goes on to say that none of Adam Phillips' work has any resolution. It's not even open-ended, it's just discontinued. Which, you know, for some of his things, sure, but the Brackenwood series definitely has continuity in it. Especially Water Lollies. There's a lot of throwbacks to the previous episodes, so it's a strange place to say that. And then the most interesting part of this review is, anyway, sorry about the obscenely low score. With over 4K views, though, I thought it won't affect the average at all. But if I give this the 9 stars that it deserves, it would just become lost in the sea of useless positive reviews, and I worked hard on this review. It took a whole 2 hours of research and planning. No, it's not gonna get lost, because reviews that clearly had a lot of work put into them that are really long, they're gonna get seen. They're not gonna get lost. So overall, would I say this review is helpful? Sure, it's got points, but they're kind of misguided. Like, you know, obviously he's trying to be helpful. He's praising the visuals of it, but his opinions of the story and writing just seem kind of, doesn't really have any evidence to back it up when there's a lot of evidence to back up the counter-argument. So, I don't know. This doesn't really work too well when there's no one to bounce off of. Anyways, this shouldn't be insanely well received. But, you know, people get impressed when they see giant walls of text. It's just how simple-minded the people... Oh, that's an insult. I'm sorry. It's not like anyone cares. Anyways, the worst review on here, apparently, is by Conspiracy3. 0 stars. Animation isn't everything. I hate how, in a lot of today's games and movies, people focus almost all of their effort into graphics and special effects, and no effort at all to storyline and concept. I would rather watch a horribly animated video with a great storyline and concept than a video with a great animation and no storyline whatsoever. This is just a guy running and jumping around for several minutes, nothing else. Yeah, sure, that's what it is. Yep, totally. Well, I think those 2 reviews there have summed up what everyone will probably say negatively about Water Lollies. And, well, those are certainly reviews deserving of being riffed on, because they don't really know what they're talking about. And, whoops, I think I've definitely gone on way too long at this point, so... Well, we're only going to look at 2 reviews this time. So, yeah, cat, I know. I know, cat. I know. Okay, well, thanks for, I don't know, come. Yes, cat.